Hey guys, DT here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new episode of Boom Beach. So today, this episode is being recorded on Supercell's developers build, and that is because I was boosting my statues, the GBE and troop damage, and after I've completed 6 stages of Imitation Games, I was so excited to continue on with the victory path that I started raiding regular bases and basically have overridden my history of attacks. And so right now I can only show you stage 6 on my personal account, which is totally fine. I will show that to you, but for now I'm gonna jump back and show you some of the early stages of Imitation Games on the developers build. And the reason I'm going to show you replays is because those stages are really quite easy, so I didn't think you guys would have any troubles with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at stage 1, and I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit so that we can go through it really quickly. What I did here, guys, is I sort of decided not to use any GBE on stage 1 because come on now, this is a baby base. We really don't need to use any GBE whatsoever. No flaring, no critters, no artillery shots. You get it, guys. We're gonna get through this base really quickly with absolutely no GBE because at this level, the tanks are so powerful and the medics are patching them up if anything happens to them. So GBE really was not necessary. Now on stage 2, I used GBE one time to remove the little cluster over by the HQ, and then I dropped my troops on the shore and just let them do their thing because once again, this is going to be a pretty easy stage. For many of you, you'll be able to complete it virtually in half the time that you are allotted for the attack, and you can do it with any troop combo, Zookas and Heavies, Warriors, Tanks and Medics, Scorchers and Torchers, and basically every single troop combo will be very doable and you will have no troubles whatsoever. Guys, if you have any questions about Imitations Games, do go ahead and drop a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them as soon as I see them and as soon as I have time. You do get loot in reward for attacking and winning the attacks here. So if your raid is successful, you are getting loot. You are also able to get the intel maps, so that's going to help out your task force as well on the days when you're a little bit short on the intel and you have your Imitation Games. You will be able to get some free intel out of it. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at stage 3. Stage 3 too was quite easy. On my personal account, guys, I did not lose any troops. Until stage, I think stage 4 actually is where I lost 1 medic, and on stage 5 I did not lose any troops, and neither did I lose any troops on stage 6. But we're gonna check back, and I'll switch to my regular account after I show you these replays really quickly. So on stage 3, I basically used the GBE, I think twice, yes, and then from here on, I just let the tanks do their own thing, just because, once again, these are so easy. Look at those cannons. Those are little tiny baby cannons, guys. A lot of you probably have had your cannons upgraded to at least level 10 right now. You're probably at least HQ 19 if you're watching this. Or not. If not, let me know in comments below what level you are, what HQ you are, and I just think that these are really easy for basically anybody. Now this is stage 4, guys, and this is where I lost 1 medic on my personal account because look, there is this sneaky little grappler over here, and we do know the grappler has the exact same range as the rocket launcher, so basically I sort of relaxed there for a second and the grappler brought in my medic and fried it to death, literally fried it to death. Okay, but on my personal account as well as on this account, I used the flare through the left hand side. I deployed my troops and shocked the cannons over on the left. Even though it wasn't necessary, I do think we could have survived them just fine. We would have been absolutely fine. And guys, one of the things that's really nice about Imitation Games is that when you're attacking, you're able to see the name of a person whose original base design this base is modeled after, which I think is really cool. If anybody is watching, if you guys are watching and one of you had a base design after them for this Imitation Game cycle, go ahead and let me know in comments below. That would be amazing and such an honor if your base design was featured in one of your favorite games, I think that would be absolutely amazing and such an honor. I don't know what else to say about that other than that probably would be a highlight of my Boom Beach history. Just like, if you guys remember when the second Mega Crab came out, there was a sign out there for Nick at Night, which was kind of a cute little Easter egg. So I think that's adorable and awesome that Boom Beach sort of uses the community, and that in this particular event, you're able to see some of the bases based in the level modeled after real players' bases. That is really, really awesome. So that was stage 4, guys. Now we're gonna jump into stage 5 and see what it has in store. Now, of course, just like with anything else, every stage gets a bit more difficult, and once you start the attack, you'll be able to see whose base this is modeled after up on the left-hand side corner. So what I did here is I actually went ahead and used the GBE to clear the boom cannon up front. There is that damage booster amplifier that is up front, but I'm not really terribly worried about the rocket launchers or the sniper tower. So what I did here is I just cleared the entrance over through the right hand side once more, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use the GBE to clear off this. I have so much GBE, so I'm just gonna also clear off the boom cannon up on the 2 o'clock of the HQ, and then one behind. I still should have plenty of GBE to deploy the troops because, of course, tanks and medics requires energy to deploy. So let's go ahead and start dropping the troops, and then I will drop my critters over here so that the cannon turns around. We're gonna take down the cannon. There's the shock launcher there, but hooray! Shock launcher is actually under construction, so that is going to be of no issue to us at all. And then I'm gonna shock the rocket launchers, and the cannon on the left is not gonna be an issue. I think we're gonna be just fine. There should be 0 casualties here. I think I've mentioned, but I may be forgetting, on my personal account I did not actually have any casualties until stage 4. Don't think I had any casualties at stage 5 or 6, but unfortunately I couldn't check 5 because that attack is now gone, because I got too excited about boosting, and basically, well, you know what happened. I already told you in the beginning. But I also mentioned in a previous video that I am pushing DPs, so it is really, really important for me to continue to push, especially when I'm boosting. When I'm boosting my damage, my troop damage and GBE, and I'm using tanks and medics, it is really, really easy to bring down real player spaces. So that's what I was doing earlier today. Now I'm gonna switch over to my personal account and show you what I did for stage 6, guys, and then we're gonna switch back and try out stage 7 all together, because I actually couldn't do it on my personal account the first time I tried. Alright guys, so here is my personal account. As you can see, I have been, well, you know, just a little bit of a spree, and this is the last successful attack that you can see from my personal account, a non-Supercell developers build. So let's go ahead and check out how I did it. It was tanks and medics, and this is the layout of the base. There is the shock blaster, which is a nasty little defense. I have not had shock blaster on my base in a long time. I think since Hotpot came out, I mainly have been featuring Hotpots on my base, and lately I've been swapping it out between Hotpot and a Doom Cannon, because Doom Cannon's damage was buffed pretty well. So let's go ahead and go 2 times the speed here and see what exactly I did. And you guys will see that I used the GBE to take out the boom cannon. There are cannons all lined up on the right hand side, so we removed a few of those as well, and then just decided to go ahead and start from the left hand side. We're gonna take down the shock launcher, and then from here on we're gonna go through the left hand side. I do not want to have to deal with all of the cannons over on the right, so you know, if we don't have to, then why do it? And then I just have to stay away far enough from the shock launcher that is also hitting up my troops. And over here the shock launcher is really doing doing a great job because also there is a cannon there, and the cannon was hitting up my little tanks. But luckily I had enough GBE to cover them up with smoke, and of course had my medics to patch them up. So that was that. Really quick attack. Stage 6 was not very difficult. Really, guys, for me, it was not very hard until stage 7, and now let's see if I lost any troops. No, I lost 0 troops, and then I tried out stage 7 with tanks and medics. Didn't work out, and then I tried it out with tanks and medics and grenadiers, and also didn't work out. But I am going to give it a try one more time. And just so you know, I just boosted a few of my GBE statues as well as troops health and troops damage. So we're gonna hope that we can get through it. You saw on my personal account that I've tried a few times, and well, it did not go down for me oh so well. And I'm gonna hope that it's gonna be different this time, but if not, then we will just go ahead and say that, well, at least we all fail once in a while, so it's okay. Now let's go ahead and take a shot over here at the shock blaster and the boom cannon. The shock blaster is a monstrosity. It has a lot of HP, so we are gonna have to be patient there, and we're gonna probably waste a lot of GBE on it. So let's just throw a few more artillery shots and we will remove those. Now that is done, so what I'm gonna do is drop my troops over on the right hand side, and guys, don't forget that there are still those rocket launchers and shock launchers, and of course the lovely beautiful doom cannon. So we're gonna try and stick to the right hand side over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw critters when possible to distract some of the defenses, and then I will just keep on flaring to the right so we can stay away from the things that we shouldn't really get into. So now let's keep an eye out on that doom cannon, and when within the range we're going to start shocking there. Now I'm going to shock the boom cannon as well over here, and we're just going to go straight for it. We don't want to waste any time going for the economy buildings. So now is the time to shock the doom cannon. The doom cannon hits are just tragically powerful, and so we're going to try and get down there really soon and take it down. So we're gonna work on a few of the cannons first, and boom cannons, and then just continue to shock the doom. And now we're getting a little bit closer, so we're gonna try and take that out, and then we're gonna come right back and reflare over to the right hand side. The thing here is that those boom cannons are also really powerful, and my troops are already dying out. It's not looking very good for me, guys. So I'm just hoping that I will be able to get anywhere close to the HQ. Look at that, I only have 2 tanks left, now 1 tank, and just like that, guys, this is it for me. No more tanks left, so we're gonna run away like cowards and try to save the remaining medics, and even they couldn't quite make it. Well, 2 of them made it, but nonetheless. So this is that's a hard base, guys. Fortunately, I couldn't get through it. I hope that you will have a better luck and you'll be able to get through all the 7 stages of the Imitation Games. And if you will, don't forget to leave a comment below and tell me what troop combos you used, whether or not you were boosting or not, and I will catch you all wonderful people in the next episode. Until then, DT is out.